What's going on, everybody? Are you ready for HIIT day? I hope so. We are going to start with a little roller session. We're going to be on a timer. We're going to be doing 2-minute supersets, and you'll need a jump rope. So have a jump rope handy, and of course, as always, if you don't have a jump rope, you can pretend. All right, we're going to start with the roller on the mid-back. So just lift your hips and roll back and forth. I don't know about you, but I've definitely been feeling sore in all the right places from our last few sessions this week. Last week's leg session definitely stayed with me for a little longer than normal. So that's good. Try to find new little things to keep the body guessing, find little muscles that we're not used to incorporating, keep us active and healthy, the body working and guessing. All right, just roll back and forth on your shoulder blades, upper back. Take a little extra time if there's any spots that feel like they need a little more TLC, all the way up into those lats, up over the shoulders. All right, and then go ahead and lower, and we're going to hit the glutes. I'm on my little mini roller today, so I'm just doing one side at a time on my legs. Support yourself behind, lift the chest, just roll around. So depending on how tender you are as you're rolling, you can just sit there. Sit on the roller, don't move. Breathe into that space that feels tender and tight. Getting that built up fascia to soften and become a little more hydrated and massaged out to be more flexible and pliable. Super good. All right, move on down into your hamstring. Just roll your foot, your leg around, in and out. All right, and then we're going to keep going down the leg. So relax your foot, and we're going to get the calf. Sometimes when you first start using a roller, it's awkward. You can't figure out how to hold your body up. You know, some of us have proportionately shorter arms to the torso, just the way the body works. So grab a couple books or yoga blocks or something to push yourself up onto, but try to make it work. Try to find that spot to give you the ability to get that roll out. All right, and then we'll hit up the other side. We'll start down at the calf. Calves are going to be thanking us when we hit the jump rope. Try to stay relaxed in that foot. Again, if you find a spot that's a little more tender, maybe just stay there. You can always keep the roller still and move the body part. All right, moving up the leg. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be on a 2-minute superset timer. We're going to start off with jump rope. We'll move into a plank. So we'll have 30 seconds between to transition. And then after that, we'll just be hitting up other little bouncy sets. I tried to pick things that we could stay moving within the whole time of the 2 minutes. So just get that kind of build up of the heart rate, nothing too ridiculously crazy. All right, head all the way up into the glute on your second side. So I'll have little skaters. From there, we'll go into a dead bug. If planks don't work for you, then you can just keep going back and forth from a bird dog to a dead bug. And we'll be holding 2-minute front planks every other kind of core set. So let's see, we'll have 3 rounds of 2-minute planks in the front. So I think that's going to be difficult by the end. I'm excited to see how it goes. All right, flip it over. We're going to grab the quads, and then we're going to get to work. So set your roller underneath the top of your thigh, the quad. Grab through the core. Whew. Definitely need it on this side. I'm not always very good at it, but I try to get on the roller at night before I go to bed. If I can make it happen, I definitely notice in the morning that I'm just more, already more flexible, ready to go, not as tight. Oh. Rotate your leg around. Keep breathing into it. All right. Whew. Curl your toes under. Sit back on your feet. Get a stretch through the bottom of your feet. Tops of the quads. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open your chest. All right, like I said, jumping rope is first. So we'll get that hit up 2 minutes. If you don't have a jump rope, just pitter patter your feet, move your hands, and jump over something imaginary in space. All right. We'll see how I'm on it today. Ready, set, and go. 2 minutes. Think about your body in space. We've been talking a lot about your pelvis, keeping it in neutral. So as we're jumping along, definitely want to keep that going, that neutral pelvis, and you hit that by finding a little gentle tuck through your tailbone and leveling off through the pelvis. So tuck the tailbone, pull that belly button back. We have 55 seconds left. That initial heart rate grab, super good. Final 12 seconds. And time. All right. Let the calves stretch a bit. All right, I'm going to hit up forearms. And if you need, stay on your hands, or like I said, hit your dead bug. Here we go. 2 minutes. Find that tuck. Grab through the glutes. Wrap around that core. Really been focusing a lot on those deep interior muscles. So we definitely want to keep building those, keep awareness of those. Feel your rib cage tighten in on itself. Reach the crown of the head away from the body. Push into the elbows and then pull the elbows back towards your toes. Press into those forearms. So you should feel your back support the upper body as opposed to the shoulders. We've been working on that as well. Then tighten through the rib cage. It's not just a front pull of the abdomen, all the way around. Now then double check with the glutes. So a lot of times if you're starting to feel any pressure in the low back at all, it's because you need a little more tuck of that pelvis. So you tighten through your glutes. Doesn't need to be over tucked. You don't need the tailbone going too far under. 30 seconds to go. Wrap around your quads. Pull your kneecaps up towards your thighs. Press back through those heels. Stay locked into that core. All right, next up we're going to do skaters. So I'll have little hippity hops side to side. We'll have a single leg kind of hold. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Single leg kind of hold, and then we'll hop to the other side. Like I said, my goal is really to get a lot of flexion, or give ourselves kind of something that we could stay consistent with for the whole 2 minutes. So you're going to stand kind of center, hop to one side, pull your knee up in front. Go for as much range as you can. Ready, set, and go. Get that one little leg up. Lots of core. You build a little inner thigh, pulling that knee across. So we're working it into those hip joints while using the core to keep the low back stable. You can go faster. See what kind of quickness and agility you have. It's good to get on that one foot, building ankle strength. Keep it going. Just past halfway. Pull that knee up in front. Sneaking in some core. Tighten that abdomen. Get that wide jump. 30 seconds to go. Flex in. Hold on to it. 7 seconds. Time. Okay, we have a dead bug next. But before we hit that, let's get a little hip flexor stretch. One knee down, hinge forward. Have a little heart rate going for sure. Other leg. 5 seconds. 3, 2, on your back, and go. Feel that low back smack into the ground. Grab, contract, pull everything back together. You got it. Connect the low back to the ground. Just like we did with our plank. Wrap all the way around that torso. I like to check in and see how much flexion I can find behind my shoulder blade. And then through that leg, both legs. Hug the muscle into the bone. Create resistance. You got it. Stay flexed. Tighten up. Flex deep into that abdomen. See if you can find your obliques. Create space between ear and shoulder. These are not difficult on their own. You have to set in, especially as you develop your core, your abs. I always think about if I had somebody tapping on my abdomen, checking in, trying to see just how much core I'm using. I want to try to flex up, make it rock solid. Time. All right, coming up, let's see. Scissor shuffles. So this is something a little new. We're going to be back onto that single leg. Okay, so you're going to lunge forward, one leg, then shuffle back. Shuffle, lunge, shuffle, back. Core stays strong. 3, 2, and go. Forward. Tuck that knee. Other side. Same as our skater. Hitting that one leg. Focus the belly. This is the stuff that'll help strengthen your ankles, your feet. Line those knees and toes. Get your little rhythm. I hear a lot of complaints of people that are not coordinated. Stick with it. Building mind to body. It's almost like body-mind coordination, right? As opposed to hand-eye. Keeps us young. It's all these little things we start to lose as we age. Not chasing our friends at school anymore. 23 seconds. Then we're going to be back to our plank. Time. Whew. All right. I'm going to hold a down dog. Give myself a little stretch to those hamstrings. Create space between ears and shoulders. And I'm going to hit up just for something new. A high plank this round. 3, 2, and 1. We'll see. I may eventually go onto my elbows. Don't normally hit high planks for long. Kind of feel like forearm planks are a little tougher. But again, I just want to make sure that I'm using the body and challenging it in different ways. Make sure it doesn't become complacent or lazy. So when you first start something, exercise program or regimen, you can usually feel changes right away. Newbie gains, but we want to stay keeping the body guessing. We don't want to lose those gains. Halfway. 1 minute down. Pull the elbows to point back at your knees, back at the toes, lengthen the body. Make sure you're not starting to hunker in on yourself. And then just take those little scans. Check in. Focus on your breath. Are you using your chest cavity more? Or your belly? Diaphragmatic breathing. 10 seconds to go. Tighten through that rib cage, your abdomen, all the way around. Time. Whew. All right. Definitely different. Still felt that core. Okay, now we have lateral taps. These come into our regimen fairly often. So start center, extend one leg out, and then you tap side to side. Whew, here we go. Got a lot of hinging. Next 2 minutes. So remember, keep your core strong. Lengthen the back. Make sure you're not rounding. Feel the different places your body's grabbing. In your back, your core, glutes, your adductors on the side, adductors in the middle, quads, hamstrings, calves. Come on, stick with it. I don't know how many seconds. Just keep it going. Push for your finish line. Time. All right, bird dog. Next up, we'll alternate side to side. Sit back into a little child's pose. All right, bring hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and go. Extend, focus on your draw of the core. Try not to let your hips sway side to side. You should build a lot of heat here. If you're gripping, rooting through that hand and knee on the ground, take that scan of the body again. Tuck your chin so your neck is neutral. Flex into the back muscles. That creates space, ears and shoulders. So if you find yourself gripping in the neck, no bueno. Use the back. It's your body telling you, use the back, the upper back. If you feel the low back, then your body's telling you you need more core. Flex around, grab it deep. You have your own internal corset. You're constantly tightening it in all the way around, wrapping it in on itself. It's not just a front squeeze, not just trying to suck it in and make yourself look skinny, but it's bracing, tightening all the way around for bracing. Good job. Extend, come back. Strong core doesn't always mean skinny. Then there's a build, right? Muscles do build, but tone is fantastic time. And being able to keep the body supported, right? The back. Okay, touchdowns are next. And then we're going to stretch. Final 2 minutes. Touchdowns is a curtsy lunge with a hop. One leg goes behind, shuffle, hop, drop. Make sure, here we go, your hips are dropping as opposed to, oh, we still got to do that last plank, as opposed to just your upper back. Line your knee and toe. Push off that heel. Drop into that lunge. Feel the oblique and lat grab. Lengthen your back. Tighten that core. I want that third 2 minute plank. We have time for it. Sure. Come on, flex it in. Sit deep. This is the last little heart rate push. Find your challenge. This is intensity day. Flex into that core. Shouldn't be feeling pressure or strain on the low back. I think it looks like we have 20 seconds. Sink deep. Time. Whew. All right. Last plank, or you can hit up another dead bug if you would like. Last little 2 minute set. Take it home. Cross that finish line. 3, 2, and go. See what you feel, notice, and hear blood thumping. You can hear it in your ears as you start to settle. Keep those shoulders up over the elbows, even more so over your forearms. Focus on your breath. Tighten through that core. Find the work where you want it. Flex your glutes. Practice connecting with the breath. "25 seconds to go." Just decide you want it. Pretend it's our first plank today. No reason to want to stop. Mentally tell yourself, we got it. This is first one. And time. All right. Good work. No dying, but definitely tough. All right. Hips, sit back. Reach your arms way out in front. Elbows pulled down to the ground, elbow pits up. Now bring your left leg forward. Your right leg stays back. Get that hinge. Find your hip flexor. Tomorrow is legs, which is always interesting after having our kind of plyo days. Definitely get into the legs, hinge back, get your hamstrings. But I also think it's super effective getting those legs, kind of a complex training type idea. Quick, little, small jumps and moves, followed up by deeper weighted moves. Definitely join us, join me. It's going to be a little funky. All right, switch to the other side. Hip flexor. Trying to find some new ways of keeping the legs strong. Breaking away from squatting and lunging only. So then in another couple weeks, when we're back to squatting and lunging, we're all going to be very excited. See them come back around. Basics, Old Faithful. You're going to get some funky stuff first. It'll be really good for range of motion. And you did a great job starting today, getting those single foot hops. All right, come into a low squat. We're going to do our seated forward fold, and then I'm going to let you have your day. Push those knees wide. Perfect. Roll back, sit down. Arms reach forward, lift the chest. Slide those shoulder blades down, grab into the core. Whew. All right. Good job. Keep standing tall. Keep mindful of your posture, your pelvis, your upper back throughout today. And I'll see you tomorrow.